you for joining us today for the Elementary Academic Derby. We're featuring two of our elementary schools, of course, and that would be Morton and Summersill Elementary Schools. In just a second, we'll meet the players and coaches, but first let me introduce you to our scorekeepers today, who will be Gail Thomas and Becky Sewell. I'm Pam Thomas, and I will be your moderator today. Let's hear from our players from Morton.
I am Ryan Garrickson from Miss Jordan's class.
I'm Christopher Candle from Miss Lauren's class.
I'm Malachi Hartman from Miss Pierce's class.
I'm Bianca Shepard from Miss Pierce's class.
The coach for Morton is Alicia Centino. Let's hear from our players at Summersill.
My name is Kari Mitchell, and I'm in Miss Curley's class.
My name is Nicholas Sacalario, and I'm from Miss Curley's class.
My name is Zoe Eldridge, and I'm from Miss Curley's class.
My name is Kai Kohlmeyer, and I'm from Miss Curley's class also.
Heather Smith is the coach for Summersill. We've reviewed our rules. We're ready to begin. So 7 questions to Summersill first. In geography is the first category. Identify the Argentina city that is the country's chief port, most populated city, and whose name translated into English means good air. Zoe?
John Ponce de Leon.
No, that's incorrect, but nice try. Let's go to Morton. And that would be Buenos Aires is the city. Math question for you next. In an isosceles triangle, the vertex angle measures 54 degrees. Find the measure of a base angle of this triangle. I'm going to repeat it. In an isosceles triangle, the vertex angle measures 54 degrees. Find the measure of a base angle of this triangle. Morton? And the answer is 63 degrees. Science. Of all the dinosaurs, which herbivore earned the honor of being the one of the longest in length with a tremendously elongated neck and a whip-like tail? Its name literally means double-beamed and begins with the letter D. Morton? Malachi?
Brachiosaurus.
Nope, no, good try. It's the Diplodocus is the correct dinosaur. History. The President of the United States is the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces and the state militias when they are mobilized. Which article of the Constitution enumerates this power? Morton? And that would be Article 2. Literature. Identify the novel by Carl Hiaasen in which the new kid Roy joins forces with tough Beatrice and Mullet Fingers to defeat a bully, thwart a corporation, and save a colony of burrowing owls. We're looking for the book. Morton? And the book's title is Hoot. And if you haven't read it, it is a hoot to read. Trivia. If you are eating a dish of seasoned meats, cheeses, and or vegetables contained in small casings of dough, which variety of Italian dumpling are you enjoying? Nicholas?
Pizza?
Not pizza, but that's a very good answer. Morton? Ravioli. Ravioli. Language arts. In English usage and grammar, which verb form usually preceded by the word to is used as a noun, adjective, or an adverb? Let me repeat that. In English usage and grammar, which verb form, usually preceded by the word to, is used as a noun, adjective, or an adverb? Morton? The infinitive. Geography for you first, Morton. Located on the South American continent of the country of Venezuela is the highest waterfall in the world. Name this magnificent landform. Summersill? And that would be Angel Falls. Language arts. Identify the noun that begins with a W, which designates the series of underground burrows and tunnels of the rabbits Bigwig, Hazel, and Fever in Richard Adams' Watership Down. Summersill? Kai?
Warrens.
Warren is right. Very good. Science. While no two of these animals sport the same paddle, let me repeat this. While no two of these animals sport the same pattern in their spotted coats, individuals from the same region do appear similar. Identify this animal whose bulls sometimes battle by butting their heads and necks, and whose legs are often taller than the average man's. Malachi?
Giraffe.
Giraffe is right. Good. History. Although many details of the government established by the U.S. Constitution draw from the influence of British law, from which ancient republic did the framers of the Constitution borrow the idea of checks and balances? Summersill? And that would be Rome. Math question next. The product of three numbers is 120. If two of the numbers are 8 and 3, what is the other number? The product of three numbers is 120. If two of the numbers are 8 and 3, what is the other number? What?
109.
That's incorrect. Good try. Let's move up to Summersill. Nicholas, you've been ready to mash that buzzer. Yes, sir.
1.
No, 5. 5. Good tries, y'all. Trivia. Technorati, Tumblr, and World Press are all exemplify which type of website defined as a regularly updated website or web page, typically one that is run by an individual or small group and is written in an informal or conversational style. Summersill? A blog. Literature. In Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, Bill Sikes' dog is known by what name that could also be related to the games of darts or archery? Summersill? And that would be Bullseye. That leads us to the end of our first round. We'll be right back and with after these announcements, and we'll begin round 2 in a few minutes.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Thank you for staying tuned, though, for the second round of this elementary academic derby. Our score is tied right now with 2 points each, and we look forward to each team earning some more points with the bonus and these questions. Let's begin our introductions for our new team players, and we'll start with Morton.
Hello, my name is Matthew, and I'm in Miss Pierce's class.
My name is Peyton Lowry from Miss Jordan's class.
My name is Jamie Vincent from Miss Schnarr's 5th grade class.
My name's Bodie Pinkowski from Miss Schnarr's 5th grade class.
We also have 2 new participants for Summersill we'd like you to meet.
My name is Cameron Hansen from Ms. Glassmeyer's class.
My name is Sarah Whites from Ms. Glassmeyer's class.
Welcome, new players, ready to begin. Morton, first question's yours, and it is in math. If the coordinates of the endpoints of a segment are located at 43 and 67, how long is the segment? If the coordinates of an endpoints of a segment are located at 43 and 67, how long is the segment? Bodie?
110?
No, not that much, but that's a good answer. Let's move to Summersill. Kai?
Is it 24?
It is 24. Now, you don't get the bonus in this round, but you get the next question. Trivia. Ben and his family are traveling to California, and they plan to use their GPS while hiking. For what does the acronym stand? Let's go to Morton. Global Positioning System. Now remember, team, you cannot share answers during the regular question. I don't have to call anyone out, but you need to look at your own paper and you need to pay attention and not share with each other. History, Morton. Jump in when you know who I am. My former name was Isabella von Wagner, but I later changed my name to reflect my travels across the United States while promoting the rights of women and condemning slavery. In 1864, President Lincoln received me at the White House. Summersill? Sojourner Truth. Sports, Summersill. During a tennis game, Pam attempts to serve the ball twice, but neither time does it cross the top of the net and reach her opponent. By what 2-word phrase is this situation known that results in points being awarded to her opponent? Sarah?
I believe it's a false serve.
That's not the correct term, but that's a good try. Let's go down to Morton. The correct answer is a double fault. A double fault. Well, we finished a whole bunch of those questions. Let's move to a new set. History, Morton. Provide both the first and last names of the expeditionary pair who left Missouri in 1803 on a corps of discovery to explore the western and northern United States under President Thomas Jefferson's sponsorship. Summersill? Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. Summersill science. What type of rock is formed by accumulation of particles and is actually composed of compacted formed layers? Sarah?
Diamond?
No, not diamond. Morton? Peyton?
Metamorphic rock?
No, sedimentary. Good try. Morton, language arts. In this sentence, do you seriously believe I can work that Sudoku in 10 minutes? As what part of the speech does the word seriously function? I'm going to read it again, the sentence. and you want to know what part of speech does the word seriously function. Do you seriously believe I can work that Sudoku in 10 minutes? Matthew?
Believe.
No, that's incorrect. Summersill? Cameron?
Adjective.
It's an adverb. Glad y'all are guessing, teams. Summersill, math. If 15 is added to 1/2 a number, the result is 22. What is the number? If 15 is added to 1/2 a number, the result is 22. What is the number? It's Summersill's question right now, Peyton. Cameron?
14.
14 is right. Here's your bonus. What two-word phrase describes the relationship between the equations 5 plus 4 equals 9, 4 plus 5 equals 9, 9 minus 5 equals 4, and 9 minus 4 equals 5? Okay, Cameron, this is the bonus, so give your answer to Sarah.
The number families.
It's the fact family is the correct term. Fact family. Morton, geography. Give the name of the landforms found across North Dakota and South Dakota, after which North Dakota has a national park named. Ravines and canyons common to these areas make them virtually impassable for covered wagons. Summersill? If you had watched any of the old westerns that your parents saw, you probably would know the answer is the Badlands. Badlands. Summersill science. The temperature at which water condenses is known by which two-word phrase? Morton? Peyton?
Water cycle.
No, nice try. Dew point. The dew point. Morton, American history. Which two-word slang phrase has often been used to describe America because of its diversity of ethnic groups who have chosen to relocate and reestablish homes on its shores? Summersill? It is called the melting pot. Fine arts, Summersill. In the holiday film, A Christmas Story, Ralphie longs for this kind of toy that Santa warns will result in an eye injury. Name this sought-after gift about which Ralphie writes an essay. Kai?
A BB gun.
A BB gun is the Red Ryder BB gun, to be exact. Bonus question for you. You may not be a child of the 20th century, but you probably know the name of the pop star who began his career performing with his family in 1964, and he went on to make his mark as an individual beginning in 1971. He eventually... no, it's their bonus. That's okay, Jamie, it's their bonus. He eventually earned the nickname King of Pop and made the moonwalk his trademark.
Michael Jackson.
That is Michael Jackson. You knew that, didn't you, Jamie? Yes. Morton, language arts. What type of skilled craftsman creates horseshoes, tools, and rims for wagon wheels? Bodie?
A blacksmith.
A blacksmith is correct. Here's your bonus. This type of new criminal uses an online presence to intimidate or frighten others. Name this type of offender who can be eliminated by the use of a blocking program. Okay, Peyton?
A hacker?
It's not a hacker. It is a cyberbully. Cyberbully. And that is that the end of our round? Good. We'll be back with our final round in just a second. Join us then.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
We're about to begin round 3. We have a score separated. 8 points separates our score. So this is going to be a good match with all of the extra chances that you have to get a bonus and interrupt penalty, which nobody's going to do, I know. But the score is Summersill with 4 and Morton with 12. Remember, these are true toss-up questions, and we are ready to begin. So get those buzzers ready and your thinking caps on. Language arts. In the Spanish word año, what name is given to the diacritical mark over the N? And that is the tilde, T-I-L-D-E. Science. According to the U.S. government statistics, which illness is the most common cause of absenteeism among the American workforce? Malachi?
Asthma?
Not asthma. Summersill? Zoe? No, the cold, the common cold. History. I was an advocate of women's voting rights, and my maiden name was Brownell, B-R-O-W-N-E-L-L, Brownell. I was honored most recently in 1979 with my likeness on a dollar coin. Who am I? Bodie?
Sacagawea.
I know what you're trying to say, Sacagawea.
Yeah.
That is incorrect, but that's a good try. Let's go up to Summersill. It was Susan B. Anthony. Those coins didn't stay around very long. Neither did the Sacagawean dollar. Geography. Identify the geographic term used to designate any major branch of a river that flows into it. Nicholas?
Ocean?
No. Morton? It's a tributary. Literature. Identify the Mark Twain novel in which Hank Morgan is transported back in time to the 6th century. He thinks he is superior because he is technologically more advanced, but in his attempts to improve Camelot, he destroys it. Malachi?
Back to the Future.
No, good try. Summersill? It's a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court. Geography. In which South American country could one visit the ruins of the Incan civilization Machu Picchu? And that would be Peru. Math. In a triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is 62 degrees, and the angle, while the measure of angle B is 28 degrees. Which adjective can be used to describe this angle pair? In a triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is 62 degrees, while the measure of angle B is 28 degrees. Which adjective can be used to describe this angle pair? Nicholas?
Even?
No, good try. Morton? and that would be complementary. Complementary. Trivia. Give the 6-letter noun that can designate the part of a gun whose striking action causes the explosion of the charge or a hand tool used, right?
Barrel.
That's incorrect. Let me finish reading it for you. Give the 6-letter noun that can designate the part of a gun whose striking action causes the explosion of a charge or a hand tool used for pounding nails. Zoe?
A hammer.
A hammer is correct. Here's your bonus, Summersill. Give the more common term for the word salutation in a business or casual letter. Sarah, do you have an answer?
No, ma'am.
It is the greeting. History. Identify the U.S. government official who, in addition to his given duties, serves as the President of the U.S. Senate. That would be the Vice President, who is Joe Biden this year. Sports. With which professional sport would one associate Roger Federer, Maria Sharapova, I mispronounced that horribly, and Venus Williams? Malachi?
Tennis.
Tennis is right. Here's your bonus. In the Olympic event called biathlon, in which two sports do athletes compete?
Track.
Well, that's not right. It is cross-country skiing and rifle shooting. History. This American president was nicknamed Old Kinderhook. He was elected to one term and he served from 1837 to 1841. Identify this 8th president of the United States. And that would be Martin Van Buren. Language arts. Spell the noun that designates a building where astronomers study the sun, planets, and other heavenly objects. Spell observatory. Malachi?
S.
I'm going to have to pass on that. And let's go up. Nicholas?
Observerty.
That is incorrect. Almost though. Observatory. And Malachi, I'm sorry about that. The rule is that once you start, you can't start over and replace. Literature. In this story by Patricia McLachlan, a father of 2 sends away for a mail-order bride. What is the name of this work that features the title character named Sarah? And that would be Sarah, Plain and Tall. Fine arts. Which museum of art covers more than 40 acres on the north bank of the Seine River in the city of Paris? Malachi?
Eiffel Tower.
Nope, nice try. That is in France. Let's go up to Summersill. And it would be the Louvre is the art museum. Science. What is the name for the meteorological index that measures the effect of cold temperatures and wind speed upon a person's exposed skin? It is often stated by meteorologists following the announcement of the actual winter temperature. Bodie?
Wind chill?
Wind chill is correct. Here's your bonus. An oil pipeline in Kansas was ruptured. Which agency of the federal government was called in to assess the amount of damage that was done to the surrounding countryside? Malachi? That's okay. It's the EPA. It's the Environmental Protection Agency. And that is the end of our final round, and we'll be right back with our closing announcements and our final score. See you then.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Thank you for joining us for these final announcements. We had a total of 23 points scored, and we ended with Morton with 8 points and Summersill with 15. These were pretty tough questions today, so I think they deserve a round of applause for themselves for a job well done. Thank you so much for watching, and if you'll stay tuned, we'll be right back with our next match featuring Carolina Forest and Sandridge. See you in a bit.
What?
The storks are bringing me a baby brother!
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What? Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't? Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
We can do this together!
To know for sure that your child is in the right seat for their age and size,
Remember when I was a baby? Felt like 1 minute ago?
What? Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
What he said.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Thank you for joining us for our second match today. We have Sandridge and Carolina Forest Elementary Schools. We already have reviewed our rules. We know who our scorekeeper is, and we're ready to meet our players so we can begin. So let's start introductions with Carolina Forest.
Hi, my name is Emery Epps, and I go to Miss Johnson's 5th grade class.
Hi, I'm Hamani Leon from Miss Johnson's 5th grade class.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Hopkins from Miss Marcuson's 5th grade class.
Hi, I'm Antonio Ayo, and I go to Miss Jones' class.
And Sandridge is this not Sandridge, this is Carolina Forest by Maria Burdett. And Maria, I know you very well. I can't believe I'm looking at the wrong name here. And welcome, y'all. Maria is the coach. Maria Burnett is the coach for Carolina Forest. Let's meet our players for Sandridge.
My name is Hunter Holchick. I'm from Miss Amy's class.
My name is Amari Keynes, and I'm from Miss Amy's class.
My name is Gavin Bennett from Miss
That's okay.
From Miss Lewis's class.
My name is William McGee from Mr. Russo's class.
Great. And the coach for Sandridge is Amy Hartman. We're ready to begin. Sandridge, 7 questions to you, and geography is the first category. In contrast to linear and dispersed, what type of settlement pattern is evidenced in a community where many buildings are clustered together in a lowland area? Carolina Forest? Nucleated is the pattern. Language arts, identify the conjunction in the following sentence. Mrs. Jemison allowed us to break for recess after we finished our math drills. Identify the conjunction in the following sentence. Mrs. Jemison allowed us to break for recess after we finished our math drills. William?
Us.
Nope. I'm glad you used one of those words, though. How about you, Carolina Forest? Hamani?
After.
After is correct. Math question, team. If a number n is decreased by 18, the result is 24. How would this statement be written as a number sentence? If a number n is decreased by 18, the result is 24. How would this statement be written as a number sentence? Okay, William?
32, or not 32, 42 minus 18 equals.
That's incorrect, but that's a very good try. Let's go to Carolina Forest. Antonio?
24 plus 18, then minus 18.
That's incorrect. Now listen carefully. You're taking this and making it a number sentence. It is n minus 18 equals 24. Science. Which joint is located between your forearm and your shoulder? Carolina Forest? Antonio?
Your elbow?
It is your elbow. History. Identify the 9-letter noun that begins with H, used to refer to the attempt by the Nazi regime in World War II to extinguish the Jewish culture. Carolina Forest? And the answer is the Holocaust. Trivia. Which Nintendo character appeared in the early video arcade game called Donkey Kong and was originally known as Jumpman? Emery?
Mario.
Mario is right. Literature. In which novel that features eighth grader Wyatt Palmer does author Dave Barry take the reader on a class trip to Washington, D.C., along with a group of students from Culver Middle School? We're looking for the novel's title. Carolina Forest? It's the worst class trip ever. I bet it's funny. Now, 7 questions will go to Carolina Forest. Fine arts. What type of strong, closely woven fabric is stretched around a wooden frame and used as a surface for painting by artists? The correct response begins with the letter C. Emery?
A canvas.
It is a canvas. Literature. In the Bible, what act did Moses perform so the Hebrews could escape from the Egyptians? Sandridge? Hunter?
He parted the Red Sea.
He parted the Red Sea. Math question. In an isosceles triangle, the vertex angle measures 80 degrees. What is the measure of either of the base angles? Carolina Forest? I'm sorry, let's go to Sandridge. And the correct answer is 50 degrees. Science. Certain animals, such as bats, orient themselves to their surrounding, detect obstacles, communicate with others, and find food by a method of location that uses sounds. Emery?
Echolocation.
That is a very good answer, young man. Echolocation is correct. Language arts. Davon's career goal is to become a person who designs buildings and works closely with the contractor on the construction of the building. What career is Davon pursuing? Emery?
An engineer.
What kind of engineer? Can't let you have another chance there.
I'm not good.
Okay. Let's go up to Sandridge. Gavin?
An architecture.
An architect, that's correct. That's what we were looking for, Emery. It is an engineer, but we needed the specific kind. Literature. In the book Ben and Me by Robert Lawson, the life of Benjamin Franklin is observed by what kind of animal named Amos? I didn't see who rang. Evelyn?
A horse.
Not a horse, but that's a good try. Sandridge? A mouse. Geography. Jack and his friends are hiking along the high, narrow, uppermost region of a mountain peak. What term that begins with R identifies this formation? Hunter?
Rigid.
I'll take that. Did you say rigid? I'll take that. It's a ridge. And that is the end of our first round, and we'll be right back with our second round in just a minute.
Don't worry. The 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
We're about ready to begin round two, and we're glad that you're staying tuned to watch this. We have 4 points that separates our scores right now. Sandridge with 6 points and Carolina Forest with 10. We have a new participant for Carolina Forest and a couple for Sandridge, so let's meet them. We'll begin with Carolina Forest.
I am David Mercado, and I am in Miss Jones' 5th grade class.
And let's meet our new participant for Sandridge.
My name is Madison Kingstad, and I'm from Miss Lewis's class.
And welcome both new players. Carolina Forest's first question is yours. This is a math question, and I do believe I would need a pencil, so you may need one. 4/5 of the players in the Centerville Little League threw right-handed. How many players are in this league of 80? I'm sorry, let me repeat this because it's a misspelled word on this paper. 4/5 of the players in the Centerville Little League threw right-handed. How many players are in the league if 80 of them threw left-handed? 4/5 of the players in the Little League threw right-handed. David?
10.
No, that's incorrect, but that's a good try. Let's move up to Sandridge. Gavin?
20.
400. 400. It's 4/5 of the players, okay? Sandridge, language arts. The pronouns who and which can collectively be described as what type of pronouns? Carolina Forest? Emery?
Person?
No, glad you tried. Interrogative. They're questions. They're question. History, Carolina Forest. Give the name of Robert Fulton's successful steamboat that took its maiden voyage on the Hudson River in 1807. David?
Logan?
No, good try. Sandridge? And that would be the Claremont. Sandridge Science. If you have suffered trauma to your clavicle, which bone has been injured? Carolina Forest? Antonio?
Your pelvis?
Not your pelvis, your collarbone. It's known as your clavicle. Carolina Forest. Geography. On the North American continent, it's the Mississippi-Missouri River system. On the Asian continent, it's the Yangtze River, and on Africa, it's the Nile River. What is its name on the South American continent? Hamani?
The Amazon River.
The Amazon River. And here is your bonus. Only one capital city in the United States has a name that begins with the letter C. Which capital is it? Yes, ma'am.
Cleveland?
No, it's Carson City. Carson City. Good try. Now remember, you can talk out loud on those bonus questions. Sandridge Science. Of the following 6 minerals, which is the only one that cannot be scratched by an iron nail? Is it talc, corundum, calcite, gypsum, halite, or fluorite? Hunter?
Fluorite.
Nope. Good try. Glad you used one of those choices. Let's go to Carolina Forest. Emory?
Halite.
No, I'm glad you used one of those choices too. It's corundum is the correct one. Carolina Forest Math. Billy needs to make 100 copies of a 20-page booklet for a class project. How many reams of paper does he need to complete this job, given that one ream of paper contains 500 sheets? Billy needs to make 100 copies of a 20-page booklet. How many reams of paper does he need to complete this job, given that one ream of paper contains 500 sheets? David?
4.
4 is correct. Here is your bonus. Find the sum of the following 3 numbers and state your answer using correct place value. 211.75 plus 40.987 plus 16.312. I'm going to repeat the numbers. 211.75 plus 40.987 plus 16.312. And you're to state your answer using the correct place values, not as I gave them to you. Yes, ma'am.
269 and 49 thousandths.
That is correct. Very good, team. Sandridge history. This real estate entrepreneur established the New World province, whose present-day capital is Harrisburg. Who was he? Carolina Forest? William Penn. Harrisburg is the capital. Here you go, Carolina Forest, geography. This structure was completed in 1889, and at that time it was the tallest structure in the world. It stands in a park called the Champ de Mars near the Seine River. Identify this landmark in the city of Paris. Emory?
The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower is right. Here's your bonus. What type of oval, open-air arena is used for plays or musical presentation? A famous one is found at the Sydney Opera House in Australia. Have an answer? It's an amphitheater, and Jacksonville is building one over in the Commons area. Sandridge Language Arts. Which verb tense is present in the following sentence? I had studied my math before the ball game. Hunter?
Studied.
That's incorrect. Let's go to Carolina Forest. Emery?
Before?
No, this is the past perfect. We're looking for the verb tense. Verb tense, past perfect. Can't give you another answer on that question, but we're going to get to this next question next time. That is the end of round 2, and we will be right back, so join us then.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Each one of our journeys keeps us young. Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
We'll never get older. Each one Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
We're ready to begin round 3. We have a score of 6 points for Sand Ridge and Carolina Forest with 20. In this round, we know that we have the interrupt penalty, and we also, the bonus passes with the question. So a chance to really make a lot of points. We have a whole new team of participants for Sand Ridge, so let's meet them and we'll start at that end.
My name is Gavin. I'm from Miss Drusa's class.
I'm Alexis Musin from Miss Lewis's class.
I'm Aiden Fisher from Miss Amy's class.
I'm Natalie White from Miss Amy's class.
And welcome new players, ready to begin. Fine arts, these are toss-up questions now. Any team may ring in. Fine arts, plays and operas are generally divided into major divisions called acts. Into which smaller divisions are acts divided? Evelyn?
Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
No, that's not the right answer, but that is a good try. Let's go up to Sand Ridge. Aiden?
Scene.
Scenes. You were on the right track there, Evelyn. Let's get your bonus to you, Sand Ridge. While 5 black keys excuse me, are included in a single octave on a piano, how many white keys are there? Aiden?
42.
No, that's incorrect, but that's a great try. 7 within the octave that we're looking for. Literature. Jake is writing a story for his creative writing class, and he is using humor to make fun of or mock a group of characters in the story. What literary technique that begins with the letter S is Jake making use of? Do you have an answer? Anybody? Nope. Sarcasm. Science. Identify the genus of freshwater cichlid fishes that is an important source of food in Africa and Asia. This type of fish can be found in nearly all grocery stores in the United States, and the correct answer begins with the letter T. Evelyn?
Tilapia.
That is correct, young lady. Here's your bonus. What is the more common name for the animal whose genus and species are bison? Okay, Antonio, give your answer to Hamani. Yes, ma'am.
A bull.
No, buffalo. Buffalo. Good try. Sand Ridge. Oh, I've got your names up here on these papers. We didn't get that far. This is a toss-up. Math. Give the more formal 2-word phrase for the common term reciprocal in mathematics. Give the more formal 2-word phrase for the common term reciprocal in mathematics. It's the multiplicative inverse. Geography. If you were to name the 5 Great Lakes in order from west to east, which one would be placed last in the list? And that would be Lake Ontario. Language arts. In the words preface and prelude, what is the meaning of the affix pre or pray? Pray. Antonio?
Before.
Before. Here. That's okay. This is your bonus, Carolina Forest. There are 4 S's in the name of this tree in the laurel family. A type of tea is made by boiling the bark of its roots, and it was once used as the flavoring in root beer. Name this tree found mainly in the eastern United States. Hermione?
The oasis tree?
No, glad y'all guessed. It's the sassafras tree. Science. Identify the mammal that was named a Hoover hog during the Great Depression as a food, and whose varieties include 3-banded and 9-banded. The shell of the young is much like a human fingernails until it matures, and the creature is used by scientists in leprosy research. Gavin?
The armadillo?
That is right. Great. This is your bonus. Give the name of the Scottish mechanical engineer who spent most of his life improving the function of steam engines and after whom a unit of power is named. Aiden, do you have an answer for your team? It is James Watt. The light bulb has watts that are measured in watts. Here's your math question next, teams. Lauren is shopping for winter gloves. She has found a regular priced pair that normally costs $30, which is on sale for 1/3 off. How much will she pay for the gloves on sale? David?
She will pay $10.
Say that again?
$10.
No, that's incorrect, but that's a good try. Let's go up to Sandridge. Gavin?
20.
She will pay $20. $10 is the discount, David. Here's your bonus. Find the sum of the number of years in 4 decades and the number of days in a leap year. Find the sum of the number of years in 4 decades and the number of days in a leap year. And that's your bonus, Sandridge. Do you have an answer? Well, it would be 40 years in the decade and 366 days in a leap year, 406. History. Which infamous pirate was killed by the British troops off of North Carolina's Outer Banks in the year 1718? Gavin?
Blackbeard?
It was Blackbeard. Here is your bonus. Jump in when you know the U.S. President described here. In office during the Haymarket Square riot of 1886, served as president during 2 non-consecutive terms, and shares his last name with a city in Ohio. Aiden?
Grover Cleveland.
It is Grover Cleveland. Okay. Literature. With which let me make sure I know, Radoran pentology would one associate the characters Rachel Dare, Clarissa LaRue, and Luke Castellan? And that would be Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And that is the end of our final round, and we will be right back with our closing score and our closing announcement. See you then.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. My whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Thanks.
We had a great match, ended with a total of 42 points scored, so it was great for both teams. Sandridge ended with 18 points and Carolina Forest with 24 points. Big round of applause for yourselves. You did all the hard work. Thank you so much for watching the Elementary Academic Derby, and we hope that you'll join us next time when we will have 3 matches. We will feature Hunters Creek versus Sandridge, Carolina Forest versus Morton, and Swansboro versus Summersill. From all of us here at Onslow County Schools, thank you for watching. Have a great week.